Okay, it's a slightly unusual third question in this instance. You're not simplifying, but you're being asked to rewrite root 48 plus root 108 as a multiple of root 6, and this k is actually also going to be a third. Now, what I think is probably the easiest thing to do is to take each of these and rewrite them as something times 6. I'm going to take the 48 and I'm going to rewrite that as 8 times 6. And then the square root of 108, if I just work out how many 6's there are in 108, well, 6 goes into 10 once, remainder 4, 6 goes into 48 8 times, so 108 is the same as 18 times 6. And I can write that as root 8 times root 6 plus root 18 times root 6, just splitting up. Remember, I know that the square root of a times b is just the same as root a times root b. So I'm just using that property of surds there. Okay, what I'm now going to do with my root 8 is what I would usually do when I'm simplifying surds. I'm going to think of writing 8 as a square number multiplied by something. Well, I can see that 8 is just 4 times 2, so this just becomes the square root of 4 times 2 times the square root of 6, and this becomes, I'm going to do the same thing, 18 is the same as 9 times 2, there's my square number, 9 there, and this is multiplied by root 6, and now I can split that into root 4 times root 2 times root 6, and I'm going to split this into root 9 times root 2 times root 6. Now the square root of 4 is 2, so in fact this becomes 2 root 2 root 6, and this becomes 3 root 2 root 6. Now I want my root 6 to only appear once, and I can see that root 6 here is a common factor. So I'm going to take out root 6, and in the bracket I'm going to have 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2. So continuing, there's my root 6. I remember that when I add surds, when I've got something like 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2, it's a bit like 2x plus 3x. Well, 2x plus 3x is the same as 5x. So 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 is the same as 5 root 2. And I'm getting there. I'm not quite there at the moment. If I rewrite this, and remember I'm trying to have it in this form, I'm going to write it as 5 root 2 root 6. I'm not quite there because this is my k, but k has to be a surd, and 5 root 2 isn't just a surd as it is. But if I think of 5 root 2 as the square root of 25 times the square root of 2, because the square root of 25 is 5, multiplied by root 6, and then I'm going to put these together as the square root of 25 times 2 times root 6. This is then the same as root 50 root 6, and I've succeeded. There's my final expression. I've got it in the form k root 6, where k is a surd, so k is actually the square root of 50. That's my final answer.